Hey everyone, welcome to the Playback Podcast presented by Car, your weekly podcast featuring America's favorite dancers, hosted by America's favorite road warriors. We are your hosts, Jocelyn, Kristyn, and Julie, and we have a great episode for you guys today. Kristyn and I were at the same show. Julie was over at Ultra, and we just got a lot to get through today, so let's get started.
Okay, first off, how was West Palm?
It was so good. Oh my God, the weather was beautiful. We were like, guys, we're not in California. Like, we are in Florida. It was so great. We got to see the beach, the water. It was a good time. I had a great time.
Was the water
Florida.
Warm?
We didn't go in the water. I just looked at it.
You just
but
looked at it from afar.
Beautiful. I loved Florida. Where we were, the town was stunning. Venue was stunning. Kids were stunning. It was just a great weekend.
Florida.
How was where you guys were?
It was good, minus the load-in in the rain, but hey.
We pulled up.
Torrential downpour. I was in like 80-degree weather.
You were on vacation.
Literally. And you guys were
Oh
pouring.
my gosh. We were driving to Loden and it was raining, but like not bad. Like I can handle rain. And then we pull up, torrential downpour. And I was like,
But that was the quickest load-in I think
Yes,
we've ever done.
yeah,
like
I
the
bet.
truck was unloaded so fast.
Yeah.
we're like, let's get these boxes out of the wet. And we were literally like running up the ramp with our road cases because we're like, let's get out of the rain.
Yeah. And then the second we were done raining.
Sunshine.
It's fine. It's just like that sometimes.
Good story though.
battle.
Look,
Yeah.
makes for a good story.
Yeah. You would have never known if you were there at the show that
It's
we
true.
had to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's fun. It was fun. We got to be on the show together, which
that never happened.
hasn't happened in a minute.
I was so lucky and so grateful to have the crew that I had, especially having Jocelyn and Kirsty up at the table with me. What the heck?
It was really fun.
What the heck?
Incredible. Anyways, because we were at the same show together, we're kind of collaborating on our picks this weekend. So I feel like we should just get started. We saw this studio.
Mm-hmm.
They looked so familiar when they came to check in. I was like, who are you guys? Like, no clue. And we were racking our brains for like all day Friday.
Yes.
right?
I was like, I know who they are. I feel like I've met them, but I hadn't. And so it was just one of those things where you're trying to place them.
Yeah.
So then later on that Friday night, we had elite duet trios.
Yes.
And these dancers come on stage and I'm like, wait, they look familiar too. Like it was one of those things. And I'm like, but I've never been out here before. This doesn't make sense. So anyway, long story short, this was Elite Academy of Dance. And this was Lauren and Kristy's studio. We loved having them at our show. When I tell you, they live up to the name Elite, okay?
Yes.
Because starting on that Friday evening with those Elite duet trios, first off, we had the one duet, which was Skin and Bones, Act 289. One of the, I think it's the best Skin and Bones I've ever seen besides Ricky Ubeda's So You Think You Can Dance audition. Truly. Truly. Like there's,
Heavy.
yeah, like there's
Heavy,
his
real
dance
quick.
and then it's like this duet. And it was, I mean, when I tell you all of us were like, not ready for that on a Friday night.
Hop up.
And then later on, we saw 296 Camille Colette Fifi, which was without a doubt the best trio I've seen to this. But it was cool because normally you see this and it's like the little baby girls and it's super cute. But we had elite seniors doing this routine and like these girls were perfect with the portrayal of each of the characters. Like from the second they walked on stage to the end, they were committed to the bit.
Yep.
And I just wanted to shout out Ava Dooley. She was, I think she was the Colette one, but she was born to do musical theater.
her solo alone, the one where they did the red lip,
Yep.
like just like half on the lip. Oh, she was born for it.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. And then their group dances.
Group dances, stunning. I saw Be Our Guest first, 180 Be Our Guest, their production. It was literally just the Be Our Guest song, but the way that they did it was absolutely incredible. You thought you saw the entire movie in that one song. The one main boy in the dance, Ben. I can't even I
could
tear
cry.
up thinking about him because if joy were a person, it is Ben.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I kid you not, like crying every time, like just the feeling that he gave while he was on stage in every single performance that was like supposed to be in that happy, because he did have a really like intense solo at the end of Sunday, but in every dance where he was supposed to be happy, you could tell that he loves every single thing that he does, whether he's just walking across the stage or just looking up. I was like in tears watching him because it was so good.
Yeah.
And his mom actually came up to us after to like donate his trophies. She was like, we don't need them, but someone else does. And she was like, I'm Ben's mom. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's probably going to watch this and be like, I remember this interaction because we were freaking
crying.
Aww.
It was just like, some kids are just born to dance, and he's one of them. And you can tell, like, just with his strength alone, the slower a dancer moves, the harder it is, you guys. Yep. And he was moving in that solo, and his strength alone, like acro king, like crazy. And what's so crazy is I feel like a lot of studios have like that one standout boy, and that's nope. Because then a Jack comes on stage, and this guy is hitting 6 front aerials in a row standing. Play the clip. Because when I tell you, I was counting 1, 2, 3, like
I was side stage during this one, and I was like, excuse me?
Crazy.
Who gave you the right?
Crazy.
Like,
and his solo ended up receiving a Glass Award, obviously, for that elite ultimate performance. But anyway, I mean, we could go on and on and on. Their elites were insane, but even their baby, like little Kierlyn Marshall, Act 50, The Joint is Jumping. She got first overall intermediate solo 6-8. This little nugget was all over that stage, and she even
was jumping.
She was, and she even got moved up. There was something that happened with the dancer, and she got moved up into their big super line, like acro. Like she was so nervous about it, and she was killing it up there.
It was so cute when we announced their Glass Award because they gave her the award to stand on stage for the photo with, and it was adorable. And I'm an emo person, so like I was on stage trying to keep my composure as they hand the little one.
And you're like trying not to cry.
Like, yeah. they're incredible. They're acro and they're musical theater, like hands down. They're doing an incredible job.
The East Coast too, like where New York is like their backyard. They can go and take as many musical theater classes as they want, like Broadway Dance Center. So like they train heavy on the Broadway musical theater style. They're all so good.
Yeah. They ended up getting a couple Industry Dance Awards nominees. They took home Elite Studio of Excellence, I think Secondary. Yeah. They were a joy to have this whole weekend. So shout out to Lauren, Christy, Lucy, Rachel. You guys are all doing an incredible job with those dancers. We are big fans now. I'm so glad I was at that show.
Fan.
I love that. Okay. Well, I was in Florida at Ultra. So we're going to go over there, talk about some dances. This is Act 298. Crime from Miami Dance Company. Oh my goodness. It was to Olivia Rodrigo, Favorite Crime. So I was already on board. Olivia Rodrigo. They're in all black and they have red gloves.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. The emotion, the choreography, the execution, like everything was there. And it was just, it was so good. I watched it from the side so I could feel the energy too. I wasn't even on the front, and we had a built stage. So my favorite thing about a built stage is when there's a stomp or there's a big moment and you can hear everyone hitting it at the same time because the stage is rumbling. Oh, it was so good. It was one of those moments where I was standing there and I was like, I love dance. This is so good. It was just so good. And all their dances were so good. But I think this was my favorite of theirs this weekend, but they had so many amazing soloists. They're just an amazing studio all together. But this one I think really stood out for me, just that emotion and the execution. And the choreography was so cool and different. It was very movement based, So I really liked that one. Amazing job from Miami Dance Company.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and jump back to Lowell really quick.
Okay.
So I have to talk about Dancing Images Dance and Music Center. I also had never seen them before.
Same.
And starting out with Act 55, I don't speak French. This dancer's name is Camila Gonzalez, and she got first overall intermediate 9-11. Automatically, she comes out on stage, and I'm like, oh, this is a little bit more mature jazz choreography for 9-11. And she nailed it, took home that first overall, like I said. And I was just excited to see the rest of the weekend. I was like, if this is the choreography that we're going to be getting, I'm excited. And I'm so glad. So then we got on Saturday, Act 183, Britney's Here. They took home first overall Superline.
Fun.
Choreographed by their incredible jazz choreographer. And what I love about them is it's they have a perfect way of integrating technique, but they're still keeping that cool stylistic approach to it. So it's not clean. It's super clean, but it's still stylized, which is so hard to do. It
it's
hits
a moment where they do this wave moment and you're just like, ooh.
Yes. Yeah, like I feel like their cleanest points are like the most minuscule movements, and I feel like that is so hard to clean and make look in sync. So anyway, I was just obsessed. It was the best Britney mix we agreed we've ever heard.
Like the way that they mixed it together, whoever was doing that, they did a really good job because I'm a Britney girl.
Yeah. So like their jazz was insane, but then they come out with Act 437, The Hunt, which took home second overall elite large group 15 to 19, and they were like face paint warrior vibes, like super intense. Like it was so good, and everyone was so committed to it. And there's this one part where they're like all in a clump and they just start doing like these body rolls.
You like that?
I was like, you know, I like it when I like it when my head starts going deeper, and I'm like, I love it. I love it.
We need to zoom in on that face.
It's so good though. Like I really enjoyed them, and like I was just entranced that whole routine. But they're contemporary, they're jazz, everything. I really liked their choreography.
I liked that one with the gloves.
Oh yeah, there was one with gloves. I forget what the
all
name.
different colored gloves. That was cool. I think we posted it on Instagram as part of the Lowell post. It was like a carousel.
Yeah, they had great like visuals with that routine.
Yes,
I was a big fan of them. Awesome job to Dancing Images. Big fan.
Okay, we're gonna travel down to Cara Escondido, Act 504, Indestructible from Signature Dance Academy. They were full studio at this event. Ooh, and I was like desperately awaiting updates because there were so many fantastic studios at this event. I was like, I need to know all about it. Please message me. My voice is going away. What's going on? Ryan Alvarez choreographed this routine. I love me some Ryan Alvarez choreography. They did that. I think it's by Robin.
Yeah.
You know, with the
all the accents. Yeah.
It's so beautiful. They had like a sleek costume. They had the black briefs, black vests, white gloves.
Gloves are really having a moment this
I love a glove.
Yeah.
They do this lift with Claire, where they lift her up and she like hits it right away. Like I'm sure they probably rehearsed this lift 1,000 times because it was so clean. They said, bop, she's up in the air, and then she does this kick push off. And then there's this girl in the center. She does like a back handspring forward into like, I think it's a 540.
Whoa.
And she stuck it so precisely. And I was like, oh my goodness. Obviously they won that first overall. They're killing it. Ryan Alvarez teaches on our car convention, and that registration is open. And if you want to come and take class from Miss Ryan Alvarez, you have to come to our convention, especially if you're a local California studio. Our Anaheim event is the best one, I feel like, to come to. It's that big main event where you see our proteges all together for the first time. We have over 200 of them. They're going to be doing those opening and closing numbers at that one. And you'll get to meet all of our fabulous faculty. Like literally every single one of our faculty is going to be at that event.
Yeah. Only city where they're all together in one stop. It's so good.
It is the coolest event. You have to sign up today. We do have some more cities this season. We have Lakeland, Florida, October 20th, Houston, Texas, November 3rd, Minneapolis, November 3rd, Providence, Rhode Island, November 17th, and Phoenix, Arizona, December 8th. Register today. You have those convention scholarships. Call our office. We'll get you signed up. It is definitely an event that you do not want to miss.
Retweet.
Re-X. Re-X. Do you even say retweet anymore? It's re-X.
I think it's retweet still.
It can't be re-X. That's so weird.
X in general is weird. I don't know.
Like the sound
yeah,
of
it has to be retweet. It's forever retweet.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm going to go back to Ultra. This was Act 329 Creep from Magic Dance Studio. And I think when you were mentioning dancers that are just meant to dance and how they have that power and control, this girl, absolutely. This was ultra competitive 12 to 14 solo. She took first overall and received a power performance. So, you know, she was just killing it. There was this moment where she presses into a handstand, but she's in a double stag. You guys, she lowers herself, holds, and presses back up. 13 years old.
Casual.
Wow. There were so many crazy, amazing things that she was doing that was just blowing my mind. Trick-wise, acro-wise, but then also just the power and, like, I love when dancers stretch as far as they can away from their body and then like contract all the way back in. So she was really using her full range of motion, and to have that at 13 and really know your body, knowing like on a stage too, I can go this far and then come back from it. That's a really hard thing to know, especially when you're doing your solo. Like, you want to take a risk, but you don't want to take so many risks that you're going to fall. So, oh, wow. Just crazy, crazy amazing. Magic Dance had a few numbers with us this weekend, and there were so many crazy solos. Their groups were crazy. Wow. Just amazing job, Magic Dance. But, yeah, 13 years old, doing the things she was doing. Like, I'm so excited to see her at, like, 16, 17. Like, I don't know how you're going to hold it even longer in a lower push-up. I don't know what there's to do after that. But, wow, so amazing. Blew my mind.
She's going to be able to fly across the
stage. That's what we're saying.
16.
Like, all of these 12, 13, 14-year-olds that are already just doing things I can't even fathom in my mind. Like, yeah, they're just going to be floating.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is from Car Memphis, and this is from Dance Dynamics. This is Act 424 Maestro. Dancer's name is Stella Burbank. She won Elite Junior title, and this was like an instrumental tap performance. It was so mature for her age. She came out in like a cute little like orchestra conductor outfit, and she had her little orchestra wand, and it was just so cute. Her sounds were so great, and I feel like throughout the song, I don't know if you guys know this song, it's a pretty classical instrumental, it gets faster and faster and faster and faster, and she did not let her feet get sloppy. That's like my biggest pet peeve, is when tappers start so strong and then the song gets quicker and they start getting sloppier and sloppier and sloppier.
Yeah,
she held out that energy until the very end, and I mean, took home that winning title performance. So congratulations to her. And then I think it was her little bestie came out 2 numbers after, and this was Act 426 Air Male Special, and she got first overall Elite 9 to 11. So her bestie got title, she got first overall, and this dancer's name was Mary Daniel. Her tap skills could go up to par with like some of these senior soloists.
Wow.
I'm so excited to see how good she gets, because she's still like in that developing 9 to 11 stage when they're still getting, you know, like their feet are growing still, all the things. When you're like in that senior category, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm so excited to see this studio in general is just a great tap studio. So shout out to Dance Dynamics. You guys had an awesome job, but your juniors, I'm excited to see where they go.
Whoa. Okay, I got a message last night from a team member from Rainbow Chicago over the weekend. She was like, you have to talk about this dancer. She was so beautiful. And I was like, say less. It was Act 281, Let's Bloom. Dancer's name is Ashley Davis from Visceral Studio Company. I watched the 45-second clip first, and then I went to the studio center and immediately downloaded the video because I was like, I need to watch the whole entire thing. The main focus is the artistry. I don't know what or how they're teaching this at their studio, but the artistry behind the movement, I feel like you can't really teach, if that makes sense. Almost like a Ben, where you can't teach the feeling of joy through your facial expressions and your movement. She kind of had something similar, if that makes sense. I literally wrote that in capital letters. The artistry is out of this world. I want to know who the choreographer is, because the way this was done was so incredible. Just watch. I was in awe, and so was the Chicago team. So kudos to Ashley Davis and your solo. You made an impact on our Chicago team, and they had to reach out to us, and rightfully so. You did a fantastic job.
Amazing. All right. I have one more from Ultra Florida. This was Act 266, Ricky Reloaded from Ascendance Dance Company. Oh my gosh, this was so fun. I believe it was a mega group or a production, so they were just tons of dancers, tons of age groups, and I literally felt like we were in a party in Miami. Like, they had the nice like ballroom costumes. Like, they were giving us energy, they were giving us face, like they were rolling, you know, the chest, the hips. It was great. They were serving, and it was just so fun. Like, it just felt like a big party. You got a power performance, so you know, power performing. And it was just so much fun. I felt like I just wanted to be on stage with them. Like, I was filming in the front for social, and I was like, yes, get it, let's go. Like, they just like they brought the energy, you know, and it just like, it was early in the morning too. It was that Sunday right before elite groups were going to start. So like they just brought the energy right before like 10 a.m., you know? So you were like, I was like, this is going to be a good day. Like, if this is how we're dancing at 10 a.m., like this is going to be a good Sunday at Ultra. So yeah, amazing job from Ascendance.
Wow. I want to party with them too.
Yeah. I was like, oh, we're in Miami. We weren't, but it felt like we were in Miami.
I can just picture Julie like videotaping, but also shimmying at the same time.
Trying to keep it steady while I'm giving a shimmy.
I'm dead. Okay, so next I'm just going to do a couple shout outs. These were selected from our MCs, and they just had to get a shout out today. So starting with Car Boardman, MC Sydney wanted to give a shout out to Act 564 Appalay from Center Stage Dance Studio. She said this soloist attacked the stage on Front Marley the whole solo, and she stood out in a sea of senior solos. And you know, like senior solos, sometimes that can be a really long segment depending on what studios are there. So she said out of everyone, like this senior soloist just really stood out to her. And then she said not only were their dancers insane, but their parents and teachers. So they had Act 279 backstage crew.
Let's go.
And she said the crowd was going crazy. She said it was so much fun, and the entire staff agreed without a doubt it's the best parent-teacher performance they have ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
We also had one of those at our show. I love a good parent performance.
I love it. It's so fun. And I feel like what I love is when the kids are like, we were talking about this, hyping up their moms. Like, get it, mom.
Yeah.
Go, go, go. Like,
so good.
I love it. It's my favorite. So the other one we're going to chat about is Rainbow Milwaukee. This is from MC Olivia. This is Act 559 Blue Swan from Riviere Dance Academy. She won the Elite Ultimate Performance Award. She was stunning. It was like she was in contemporary socks and she was in this beautiful blue dress, but it was to very much like a ballet song. But her movement, like everything about it was so fluid and soft, and her chest was lifted the entire time. And it just gave like this, like I noticed myself lifting as I was watching it because she just felt so light on her feet. So anyway, she was stunning. And then the last MC shout out is from Rainbow Chicago, MC Brittany. This is from Concord Dance Company Act 583 Gaga. Loved this number.
I
just
saw
like
this at Ultra.
Yes, I was gonna say
good.
I remember this one, and I
So
don't know if
fun.
we talked about it. So I just wanted to give a shout out because if another MC is obsessed, we gotta shout it out.
It was a good one.
It was like the ultimate girl gang hip hop, and that's all I can really say about it. Like the sass, the energy, the hoops, the vibes.
That vibe.
That's what they were giving.
Yeah, it was just honestly like I loved watching the video, and I was like, if I'm feeling the energy from the video, I can only imagine being in the auditorium. So
1000%.
Anyway, those were our MC shout out picks this season or this weekend. And yeah, it's just been honestly like every MC has 5 million dances they want us to talk about because you guys are so insanely good. So those were our few that we picked out, but wow, just the talent, you guys.
Crazy.
I get so excited going into every single weekend because I just like don't know what I'm in store for. Like sitting down at the table for a few acts, I end up getting stuck down there for a while because I'm like, I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And I literally say that on stage sometimes. I'm like, you guys are doing such an incredible job with all of your dancers on the stage. Like, how do you get better than you already
it's just
are?
getting better and better.
Yeah. She's like, go take your break right now. I'm like no. I'm going to stay right here.
We're in elite groups. I cannot move. Simply.
Exactly.
Cannot move.
Yeah. But we love it. Thank you guys for always watching and for entertaining us all day long on these long weekends. We really do appreciate all the hard work that you're putting in, and rightfully so. You guys are winning all these incredible awards. Make sure you guys are utilizing all those scholarships, whether it's to Ultra, whether it's to Convention, Hollywood Dance Experience, any of these incredible opportunities that you guys are getting. Take advantage.
Wow.
Jinx.
That was really good.
That's how true it is.
We worked together all weekend. So
Our brains are
molded together.
It honestly be like that sometimes. But anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're following all things Playback Podcast, Car, Rainbow, Ultra, DAC, and we will see you on the road. Bye.